Here we go. Strength training for the downhill runner. Turn your watch on strength mode. You know, no workout works if you don't get credit for it, right? I'm going to push the start button. We're going to start with the imaginary jump rope or real jump rope if you got one. No equipment needed today. Here we go. No messing around though. Okay. So first 45 seconds on, 15 off. Okay. We're just starting with our warm up, which is jump rope. This is super awesome, even if it's not during your warm up. Plyos, any sort of plyo stuff is really good for runners. So of course it's an awesome time to do it as your warm up. I'm just doing both legs, just moving around, acting like I have my pretend jump rope, because you don't want to see me hit my jump rope on all the things that you would see if I was not doing that. Here we go. Keep going. Keep going. Good. Rest for 15. Make sure you got all your stuff. For today's workout, we really don't need anything. It's all going to be body weight. You will need a bench or a seat, a chair, or something like that that you can do some stuff off of, but no weights today. Here we go again. Starting to feel a little bit warmer, right? How was your run yesterday? How was your run today? Are you doing one today? Is this just your straight day? So many options. The weather's getting freaking beautiful here. It's nice time. Cruising along. Next one we're going to do is going to be to open up our hips. You know, I love a good 90-90. And as this is our warm up for that, we're going to do some 90-90. So catch your breath. We're going to start this next one on the ground. Hope this doesn't drop my feet off. Calves are already burning. I got too much stuff going on with my calves. So sit with your feet a little bit wider than your hips on your heels. Drop your knees to the ground. Try to make it a 90. Try not to use your hands. Push your heels into the ground. Switch sides. One side might be a little bit more uncomfortable than the other. But if you also can't do this, you can keep your hands on the ground to kind of support you. But if you're able to, just do switch from side to side. Just rotating. Feels so good. This one, if this isn't something you normally do, man, do this after a long run. Feels so good. We spend so much time moving our body front to back. Good to do hip opener stuff. So I like adding this into our warm up. Oh no, I just noticed my shoes untied. Another thing with the shoes is I would not recommend strength training in running shoes. We're going to go back to our imaginary jump rope. Got 2 more sets of those and we'll be done with our warm up. I am all about having the feet be super strong. The stronger our feet are, it's our foundation of every movement, especially as runners. No injury comes from any other time than when the foot's on the ground. So we want our feet to be strong. So the more stronger our feet are, the better. So that's why in our running shoes, there's so much advanced technology in our running shoes nowadays, you know. Got rocker plates and super cushioned or not cushioned, and all the stuff involved in those, which are awesome for running, but not awesome for strength training. So I would suggest either no shoes or minimalist shoes. These are very nothing. There's not much at all to these shoes. And that's what we like, is keeping our feet strong. My calves are feeling a little bit. My ankles, I can tell how my run went yesterday. All right, last one of these. Here we go. And we'll be ready to do even more. Right, how are your calves feeling? This gets boring. Go front to back. Go side to side. Front to back a few times. Side to side a few times. Might be the time that you're like, oh, I need to go to the bathroom. for all of us moms out there, right? Almost there. Nice. All right, our first real exercise is we're gonna be on our toes and we're gonna do little half squats. So if our calves aren't already burning enough, then this is gonna help, right? So you're gonna stand on your tippy toes, up high, hands out, and then we're just doing a little squat, and you're just never straightening your legs. Balance also is awesome on this one. If you do have balance issues, totally welcome to hold on to something, okay? Because this is should be just a quad, foot, ankle situation, right? So I don't want your balance to take you off of it or to limit what you're able to do. Just trying to stay up high, or on your toes high. Quads going up and down. Get it? I never straighten my legs all the way. They're always just slightly bent. Boom. Boom. Here we go. Nice. Do a little shakeout. We got 15 seconds, you know. Okay, next one is going to be another squat. This time we're not on our toes. We want our chest to be parallel to the ground. So your hands are going to be at your chest this time. You're going to bend over parallel to the ground. And then from there, we just do squats, keeping your heels on the ground. This might be harder if you have limited ankle mobility, keeping your heels on the ground, but try to keep your heels on the ground. Just little squats. Again, we're never straightening all the way up. Staying bent over, helping burn the quads more. Those downhills put a lot on our quads. It's totally fine if your knees go over your toes. They'll be doing that when you're running, stepping down steps. Think about it. So it's an okay thing to do, as long as hopefully you have the ankle mobility. If you don't, let's work on that, which is a big thing I also help runners with. Awesome. All right, single leg squat. If you are new to strength training, stuff like that, doing this with a TRX is an awesome idea. I have one over there. It's out of the shot though. So if you need to hold on to something, you can do it that way too. Just a little step down, okay? A little knee bend with one leg. This leg is just up in the air. Just squatting up and down. A big thing with these single leg, you do not want your knee to come in. Your knee needs to stay on that side of your big toe. So you're just going up and down. From my view, I should be able to see my big toe the entire time because my knee is on that side of my big toe, on the outside of my big toe. That's super important, especially when it comes to hip drop, crossover, your legs coming way too close together while you're running. If you've done a running assessment, you should know if those are one of your issues. Good job. Starting to feel the burn in that quad, which is the whole idea why we're here. Awesome. All right, so guess what's next? Other leg. You got it. Here we go. One leg is probably going to be a little bit easier than the other one. Oh, this is my easy one. I should have started with this one today. Anyways, again, making sure from my view when I look down, I can see my big toe. My knee is on that side of it. That will kind of dictate how low you can go too, is if your knee starts being super wobbly or coming in, don't go lower than that. These are just little ones. I just want you doing little single leg squats right now anyways. We'll advance this as we progress throughout the training plan, but little squats. There we go. Awesome. Oh, now we're going to alternate. So we're going to do one leg and then the other leg, doing our same single leg squats. Not bad. We got this. And burning, but that's not bad, right? So here we go. One leg and then step all the way up. So this time we are coming all the way up instead of staying down low. Add running. Arms, right? Also helps us balance. Out, in, out. Single leg squat. Out, squat down, up. Out, squat down, up. Watching your toe the whole time. Out, down, up. Out, down, up. Nice. If you're feeling this in your knee, one thing you need to make sure you're doing, press that hip back a little bit more. That will probably help. Awesome. All right, here we go. We're moving on a little bit. Lunge with a wood chop. And we're gonna not do weighted wood chop today. We'll progress that. You're gonna hold a static lunge, but we're gonna do the rotation of the wood chop. So you're lunging 1 foot forward, 1 foot back, right? And your arms are over this way and they come across. So you go across the leg in front. Not powerfully, just stabilizing it, right? Staying down. And that lunge, if you're more advanced, you can make it a little bit closer to the ground. That back knee off the ground, just like an inch. And if you have been doing some strength training, feeling powerful today, easily stick a dumbbell in your hands right now. Rotating, but staying stable and strong. Right? Heck yes. Guess what's next? Other side. Shocker. A little shake out. Need a little shake out. Feeling good? Feeling good? We got this. Lunge. Hold the lunge. Hands overhead. Crossed. There we go. Not feeling it. Want more. Squat down lower. Lunge down lower. Add sound effects. It always helps. I train my high school kids. I always tell them that. Add sound effects. Right? Stable, strong. Got it. One side might be easier than the other. Again, with this, when you're even holding this, I should see my knee right there. I mean, my toe. My knee is on the outside of my toe. Able to stay strong. Don't let it come in. So that's a glute work to get it there. So that might be hard for those who need a little bit more help with the glutes, which is kind of what we're doing next. So next we're going to lay on our mat. We're going to do our bridges, okay? You know, I love a good bridge, so we're just going to start the basics. So tilting your hip bones towards your face, less space in between your ribs and your hips, makes your butt tight. And then from there, we're going to do one leg up and down. If your hips drop a ton, keep your hands on your hips. Just want it to go up and down. Yeah, let's start with that instead of extending today. This is our just up and down, up and down. Big thing is you're not letting that drop. You can take a break, go down, come back up, and then reset. If it drops, you might need to do that every time. Down, up, keeping your arms here, your hands here, so it gives you awareness of if it's dropping to the ground. All right, all the way down. I think it feels good to do a little stretch right here. We've got 15 seconds. I mean, why not, right? Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, other side. So tuck, bridge up, hold these hip bones super straight, meaning this way you don't want one down or up. And then the other leg just holds you strong up and down. When it comes down, I want you to put weight on it because that does shift your hips a little bit. But you just want them to stay stable the whole time. Keeping your tailbone tucked under, meaning your glutes are firing. Shouldn't be a ton in the quads or hamstrings on this one. If so, you need to move your feet around because that will play that. There's a million different reasons to do glute bridges. This one, we want it to be for your glutes. Keeping this tucked, not letting your hip drop because we are not runners that run with hip drop, right? Awesome. Okay. Next one of these is we're just going to alternate. So it's a little bit more challenging usually. You can go down in between at any point that you feel like you're off-centered. So, or wobbly. Off-center is a bad example, but so bridge up, one leg, boom, one leg, boom, one leg, boom. Just keeping your hips super solid. If you are feeling super pro, there's not a lot of wiggling. You could put your hips down or your hands down next to you, but I kind of like the awareness that they give you here. Okay. If it is dropping a ton, the alternative is to keep, I exaggerated that, but keep your hands underneath you. Literally use your hands to keep the side from falling. Okay. Like hold yourself up until you have enough mind muscle awareness connection, as well as the strength to be able to do it without that assistant. But it's totally fine to do it with the assistant. I'd rather have you do that than having your hip drop. I don't want to practice and strengthen in an area that we don't want. All right, moving on to our plyo section. Here we go. This is going to be more intense. So we're going to start with the Bulgarian split jumps. So your back foot's going to be up on a bench. This is when we need our bench. And then you're going to just do little jumps for today. Little jump. So you're in the lunge position. Your foot comes off the ground. Foot comes off the ground. I always have to move my arms like I'm running. So when this knee comes up, this hand comes up. If your quad is not burning yet, just wait till the second set, or maybe the third set. At some point, you should be feeling this. If not, you can jump higher. You could also put something right here if your balance isn't as good and do a smaller little jump. Go, almost there. After the glute bridges, I'm also feeling this in my butt and my quads. Awesome. You know what's happening. Switch another side. Other leg back. Oh, feels good just to stretch. My bench is kind of high. I don't need that high of one, but just use whatever you have. Kitchen chair. Couch might be a little too squishy. I like keeping my back toe bent like that. Some people do it this way. I think we need the to bend our big toe often, and since the shoes I have on, or no shoes, allow the big toe to bend a lot, why not add that into what we got going on, right? I'm all about doing more than one thing at the same time. Don't have time to do a set per thing, so just do them at the same time, right? Here we go. Almost there, burning. Sweet. Whew, okay. Now we're moving to both legs. We're gonna sit and we're gonna explode. Okay? It's gonna be a little bit less challenging or more challenging. It's up to you how you're feeling right now. So stay seated and then explode up, slowly down. Eccentric, the slowly down part, big part of running downhill is that part, okay? So even if you could bust these out really fast, lower plyometrics, not for today. Do that a different day. Real slow, down. Real slow, down. Again, like controlling our legs. Hopefully you're not super wobbly. Again, this will kind of vary. You want it to be more challenging, do it on a lower surface. Less challenging on a higher surface. More jump is more challenging. Littler jump is less too challenging. Good job. All right, we've got two more for our plyo section. Skaters and single leg hops. So, skaters, start on one side, and we're gonna hop to the other side, laterally, sideways, boom. And for right now, I want you to land and stick it, meaning balance, knee up, land, stick, explode. So don't just do a little one, okay? I want you to explode, land, explode, stick it. Don't bounce back until you feel solid. Solid. Use something if you have to. Solid. Good job. Sweet. All right, last one for our plyo section. Then we're gonna do them all again. Single leg hop. So I have this line right here in the middle of my floor. So for this, it's like a jump rope, except for we're gonna do one leg. So I'm gonna go side to side for 10 hops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 10. And then I'm going to switch legs for 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then I'm going to go forward, front to back for 10 on the other leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Another leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. Here we go. Okay, so what your job is now is you're going to pause me. I want to say rewind because I'm that old. But pause me and replay this section at least one more time. 40 minutes, you got it. But this time you can mute me, blur your music. You kind of know what we're doing. Just kind of follow along. It would be awesome if you did 3 sets, but at least one more time. So pause me, replay, get your music going.